Alright, in this video I'll show you a little steps which I made. All this is all about Git cloning in a much in a way which will be convenient to some people. I'm trying it in different way. Most of the time I live in a terminal, but when I don't, but I wanted to do something, so I should get the stuff ready to get things going, right? So for instance, if I go to my browser and from my repo I wanted to copy one of the repo to clone to my system, and if I go here and it says, if I copy it, okay, now all I have to do, I bound some key in my window manager which will prompt me. See, it already opened up a terminal and it is prompting me top of the screen to provide the URL. So I'm going to provide the URL I copied, okay, and if I press enter, so it start cloning the repo, okay, and it is showing you what it is cloning, and it will put you in, once the cloning is done, it will put you inside the cloned repo, okay. So it is, I thought it is a very nice way of getting things done. Just copy the GitHub URL and paste it. It'll open up a terminal automatically, and once the cloning done, it will put you inside the clone repository. There is a two-part. The terminal, the prompt you saw on top of the screen for git clone URL, which is tapped from D menu, and this terminal is getting open because I'm sitting on a i3 window manager which provide a facility to open a float terminal as per the requirement. These two facility combined in a script which will provide this output, okay. So it is very simple. Let me show you the script so you can get a grasp of it. If I can remember the name, this is the script, okay. If I, this is a simple script which will show you, it is basically the prompt you saw top of the screen first time, the git clone URL. Once you copied it into the clipboard, once you paste the URL, it will go ahead and clone it, and once it is done, it is put you to a very simple bash script, okay. Now if I do, say for instance again, if I don't give the URL, right? If I do that, if I see, it's also said it seems you forgot to provide the URL. So it's a kind of alerting system, right? So this is a small stuff which will make things uh, very easy and very intuitive. Okay. A simple combination of a D menu and i3 window manager. In my i3 window manager, I just wrote one line: assign a floating terminal window to open it with Git clone. That's all. These small steps, um, it should be there. In if you check out my .repo file, my i3 config for files is there. You can check it out. All the things should be there. Simple. This two line. Check it out on GitHub in my .file repo. Oh, one more thing come to my mind now. So in related to that, I have already cloned few stuff in my machine. So for instance, if I wanted to know the stuff, the repository I want visit to Git repository, what I have locally. See, and these are the locally cloned Git repo in my machine. If I select any one of them, and it will put me to that repos inside that repo, right? Similar kind of mechanism. Why now you ask me, why did you do that? Because I generally keep my all the Git repo in one place in a machine where I sit on. So I make things easy to get everything in a place where I can easily access those stuff. This is also the similar kind of script which will simply show you and list you what are the cloned Git project I have locally in my machine, and if I wanted to select any of them, I'll be the function will open this kind of floating terminal and put me inside the repository, right? So let me show you one more time. So I bounded a sub key combination in my window manager to show you this and list of my Git repo which are cloned into my machine already. If any one of them I wanted to see visit for some reason, I just select any one of them. Okay, and this floating window is floating terminal, you can say, waiting for the command. Once I press enter, I'm inside that repo. Okay, so it is super convenient way of getting to a repository. If you wanted to look through it, if you wanted to do something with that particular repo. So these are the shortcut. These are the maneuver to get things done with the help of the window manager. In my case, I'm using i3 window manager, so I'm taking advantage of it, whatever the facility it provides, plus the software I use. As you can see, there is a prompting which are clearly coming from D menu, right? So you don't need too many things to get things going for you. You need some selected few and get the best out of it. Having a number of stuff doesn't make much of a sense. It will clutter your system, it will slow down your system. I believe in minimalism. I have very restricted and few software installed in my system, and I try to get the best out of it. So it makes life easy for maintainability. If you have too many stuff in your system, it will become sooner or later become a headache to maintain all those stuff. So if I have a very subset of packages or software which is core to my day-to-day operation, I whenever I build system, freshly install Linux or something, I installed all those stuff from all those packages which are absolute mandatory to operate on, to give the system as much space possible, because you need only what you want, right? That is the ethos or principle behind using open source. It's all about choice. The choice has to be limited to your absolute need. If you have choice, it doesn't mean you can go here and there, plug anything, whatever you see and saw and heard. It doesn't make much of a sense. Get only things which is absolutely required to you. If you put that in your system, I keep things very minimal, very simple, and absolutely to the point to my requirement. That's it. Nothing more. So this is two function I showed to you just to get the Git clone and get inside a Git repo in a easy manner. If, as I said in the beginning of the video, if I'm not directly sitting on the terminal, say I'm on my browser or in some other application, and I wanted to quick download clone some repo, or get into the already cloned Git repo for some specific reason, so I can use this. There are many other things out there which I have done. Those are not big things. Those are all very small things. Sometimes I knit together all those small things to get one specific thing accomplished. That's how I've been operating all throughout my career. Write small thing and stitch together every small thing to make things work. You don't have to write one big gigantic stuff all the time. There might be a reason to write big stuff for some reason, but not for normal activity. A small stuff, if you want something has to be combined, just stitch them together, and it will help you to maintain, it will help you to operate on too. Okay. I hope this will be helpful to few people. That's the purpose of this video, whatever the video I'm uploading, just to make sure that it will be useful to the people. At least they will drive the idea if they are not directly using it from my dot file. Okay, so thanks for watching.